Hey, 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 beautiful heart. What's vibing today? Dr. Danae here to do today's energy reading. Happy solstice to each of you, wherever you are in the world. So for those of us here in the northern hemisphere, it's winter solstice. For my friends and loved ones in the southern hemisphere, it is summer solstice. So here we go, guys. We are fast tracking to end 2022, wrap things up. This has been a big year of change, challenge and change. And as we're wrapping up 2022, we are preparing to call in 2023. And I'm speaking energetically, of course. Allow this 2022, the next couple of weeks, to be a time of reflection. You guys hear me talk all the time about pulling your energy back, not getting into the story. So how do you do that? What you need to do is go into observation mode. Observation is an action. It's a practical plan. It's doing something. It is taking a step back, observing without attachment, without creating a story. It's stepping into the scientist studies a monkey type of mentality. Whatever is acting up or going on, whether it's with somebody else, a job, a friend, a lover, family, yourself, is to be able to take a deep breath, step back a moment, and observe what is going on without any attachment. So you could just look at it and go, oh, okay. And try to see a bigger picture. The energy has been ripe the last 4 months. Lots of altered ego experiences, past experiences coming up, wanting to flood in with today's experiences. Many of you have done a lot of the work. You're now experiencing new people, new experiences, things like that. But that old shadow, that old doubt, fear, past experience, it doesn't work out, all of that coming back up. That right there is what you need to overcome. You don't need to change the other person. You don't need to figure something out, do something different, do this, For those of you in that headspace of what am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me? Well, it's more of what are you thinking about? Because what you think about, you bring about. Because when you think about something, then a feeling comes up and matches that. You don't get a feeling and then a thought. Your responsibility at this time is to make sure you're being aware of what you're thinking and not allow yourself to go down that rabbit hole. I never tell anybody to spiritual bypass, not face things or push things down. I am the exact opposite. However, there are times where things could be so much and it's not the time to face it. So we all kind of push it aside, or we tell ourselves we have faced this, we have faced that. Why is it coming back up? Guys, life is a spiral. This is, the awakening path spirals upward. It's not linear and it's not like this. So with it being a spiral, you can see as you go around, you come back around. And it's all about looking at life. Life is circular. Think about the circle of life. So the circle, it's patterns, it's seasons, however you want to look at it. You're on this journey to look at everything you've believed so far and question everything. So yes, you could have done work at one level on one thing, but now here you are, you're up here now, you're coming back around. This is your opportunity to say, okay, do I believe the story of the past? Am I going to grip onto it at this phase, bring it in, and then change my trajectory? to recycle those old experiences? Or am I going to recognize it for what it is? Oh, there's altered ego wanting to remind me of the past, remind me of limitation, but I'm just passing by. I'm just looking at altered ego knocking on the window, wanting to come in. But you know what? That's not my story anymore. That was my experience, but that's not my future. And allow yourself to keep going. Right now, with this pre-Mercury retrograde energy that we're under a stellium as well with 4 different heavy-hitting planets. We have the solstice going on. We have a super new moon coming up. Plus the end of 2022. 2023 is a completely different vibration than 2022. So be aware of all of that. All right, speak truth. This is what has been coming up. For those of you having throat issues, different types of maybe not able to get the words out right, feeling like you can't say something, medically, it's not anything going on, but you can't figure out why. Your throat chakra, somewhere there's a truth that needs to be expressed, whether it's to yourself or another, but there's resistance around that. You are being called at this time to speak up, speak truth. Versatility. And I love the beauty of this card. Yes, it's a cannabis leaf, and it's beautiful. There is so much life and high vibration in cannabis leaves or plants, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, versatility. The versatility and adaptability. This is something that has been on the table since this time last year, closing out 2021, going into 2022. We were needing to be very versatile, working on adaptability, working on being able to pivot when we need to pivot. And how do we know when to pivot? This is about alignment, frequency, and vibration. If you're in situationships, relationships, whatever ships they are with others, but it just feels out of alignment. It just doesn't feel like it's working. You can't quite figure it out. There's really no reason to be mad at somebody or any of that. This is where it comes down to vibration and frequency and versatility. Look at your life the past year. Reflect on where you were this time in 2021 to now where you're at in 2022. How different are you? Are you thinking different, feeling different, acting differently? If so, pat yourself on the back. Look back and ask yourself, how much versatility did that take? Where have you allowed versatility in your life versus resist it or hold it back? And ask yourself, is that growth? Altered ego in the Matrix wants us to believe that as soon as we get on the spiritual path or turn to God or what have you, then a magic wand is waved and miracles come in and our lives are perfect. That is the biggest lie ever. Well, one of the biggest lies. It's just not true. It's a process. You are undoing decades of old thinking, old habits, old patterns. Yep. And look, reflect. Didn't even realize that was the card next to it. Yeah. Spend this time reflecting. Not reflecting so you could sit back in the lower vibration, but reflecting so you could see, how far have you come? Where are you now? versus, you know, just even at the beginning of 2022. Altered ego loves to steal from us our accomplishments, what we have overcome, what we've worked on. And I'm all about celebrating the little wins, acknowledging the little things, because it's the little things that add up to the big things. You stay consistent in the little things, that's when that big miraculous moment comes to pass. Honor yourself, reflect and see where you've been putting in the work at the times you didn't want to put in the work. We all have that choice. All right, what does tarot have to say? Okay. So, 2 of Wands reversed, 10 of Swords, 8 of Wands reversed, and 4 of Cups. Guys, keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the energy how it fits for you. The whole reading may not resonate with you. That's perfectly fine. It's not a personal. So just take what does. But for this, there is somebody here who has a decision to make in what direction to go, but you aren't making that choice. And let me clarify that. You're not making the choice you need to make. Instead, you are sitting in this 10 of Swords energy of wanting to walk away, but feeling trapped, feeling like you can't, or that you can't talk to the person about this to clear the situation. This really feels like somebody not knowing what to say, what to do, feeling alone, isolated, overwhelmed, in that emotional desert, so to speak. But I do feel like you're resisting making that final call, that final judgment call. For those that resonates with, and you're waiting on communication from somebody to make your decision. This could be confirmation for you that you need to take your power back. Sitting in this 4 of Cups energy, looking and just thinking about all the things that didn't come to pass. This feels like a lot of remorse energy. Remorse meaning coulda, woulda, shoulda. Why aren't they doing this? Well, if they do this, this, and this, then I can make the decision. That's all giving your power away. That is really owning this energy of emotional disappointment. Allowing yourself to not see your power, not stand up, not make a choice. Yet, deep down, I feel like you've made a choice, but you keep going back on this choice. It's this energy of waiting for something to come, somebody to say something to you, so you could feel better, so you could get out of your head. Yeah, see, you're not wanting to make a choice yet. I already feel this is telling me you've already made the choice. You just haven't done the action steps. There is some lingering energy holding on. You're holding out hope. Here's what I really want you to hear. There's nothing wrong with holding out hope, but when you're holding out hope, not moving in the direction you know you need to move into, you stay stuck. You give your power away. You're literally doing the same thing you've always done by saying, well, if this person shows up, says this, does this, then I'm worthy, I'm lovable, I can make decisions in my life. When all of the signs have been pointing to you making the decision first of honoring, and making this decision is honoring you, your desires, your life, how you want to live. Taking that time out, not seeing this alone time as isolation and negativity, but seeing it as a time to connect with you, gain that strength to get out of your own head. You've rested enough and move forward in this decision. There's been a lot of back and forth. There's been a lot of push-pull energy. Take this time and reflect back on this situation and ask your soul the questions. Where did this energy first kick up in my life? Because this is a pattern. This isn't just this situation. This, guys, 2022 has been a year of looking at patterns and cycles in our life. Now we're at the end, and this is to close out these patterns and cycles in our life. Yeah, it could absolutely feel very heavy. There's a lot of heavy energy rising to the surface right now because more light is coming in. The more inner work that you're doing brings in more light. As more light comes in, more of the shadow side or the heavier, darker energy. And when I mean dark, I'm not talking evil. I'm talking limiting, judgment, guilt, condemnation, blame, shame, all of that is what I mean. That's coming up. You're given this opportunity to see it for what it is, face it, have that strength to let it go so you can walk into 2023 with a new path, a new slate, and allow yourself to move in the flow and not hold yourself back. All right, let's look at the shadow energy. What is this shadow energy that you need to be aware of? And guys, I am doing a New Year's Eve insight reading party. So you can find that information and the link below in the description box to sign up for that. Seats are limited and they are going. So thank you for all of those who are joining me on this party. It's a minimum of 2 hours. Everybody who grabs a seat, you will get a personal reading from me during that session. It'll also be questions and answers and hanging out with me and really closing out this energy of 2022 and setting the stage for 2023 to step into our power and bring that forth. All right. True Love 37. Your love is here to stay. This is you with you. Guys, no matter what this storyline is about, and honestly, I don't feel like it's just one area. I feel like it's multiple areas and multiple people in your life. But at the root, you find that true love, you with you, self-love. And for those that just said, I do love myself, I don't need to hear that again, this message is for you. There are levels. There are deeper levels. We are infinite beings in an infinite universe. There are depths to you. True love, that 5D love, is nothing found here in 3D or the Matrix. You have to go within to find it. It's like mining through all of that density and all of the past to get to that true love. And it starts you with you. As you give it to yourself, then it goes out from you and other people give it back to you. Gift 34, the treasure inside. What was I just saying? That true love inside. Many of you are being called to go deeper. Go deeper, go deeper, go deeper, especially if your attention is on people outside of you, what they're doing or not doing. Them changing is not your answer. You changing, you finding that treasure within is your answer. And yes, there is always a deeper love to go to within yourself to find. All right. Memories, number 6. I remember. Of course you remember. All of this is coming up so you could see the truth behind it. Something I tell my clients all the time when these memories are coming up, to observe, be the scientist studying the monkey. Because if memories are coming up for you, there are keys there. There's another perception you have missed in the past. It is coming up so that you can see it, acknowledge it, get that key, whatever it is, and then let it go. All right, beautiful heart. I hope this message helped. As always, I am sending you oceans and oceans of love from my heart to yours, and I look forward to seeing you at my New Year's party. Namaste. Bye-bye.